like silence of her house. "What about Adriana?" Emmaline said. "Or Charlotte? They sound like fun names." "Definitely not as stuffy and old-fashioned as Emmaline." Gracie reached across the table and grabbed her sister's hand. "Just because Conrad was a lying, cheating scumbag doesn't mean you need to go changing everything about yourself. He did the wrong thing, not you. I want to be a new person, and I want a clean break." She pulled her hand out of Gracie's grip. "What's wrong with that?" "Nothing, but changing your name won't do anything. And what about work?" "A simple update to the employee system," she shrugged. "And work is exactly where I want to start being the new me." Her job at the Wentworth Group had been the first step in rebuilding her life. Conrad, the aforementioned cheating scumbag, had always wanted her to stay home and support his business. So she'd been the perfect wife. Cooked gourmet meals, hung off his arm at functions, sacrificed her job, and killed the little voice inside that had always asked, "But what about me?" Now she was working in the HR department of one of the biggest luxury retailers in Australia. But it wasn't enough. She wanted to prove to herself and her employer that she was top-level management material, and that meant she could be a wallflower no more. It was time to shine and stand out and do all the things she'd been told were not appropriate in the past. They have this fast-track program where they take the best performers and give them an accelerated career plan. I could be working in a senior manager role in 3 years. Emmaline said, sipping her coffee. "It's highly competitive. I want one of those spots." "I am all for this newfound ambition, Em. It's great, really." Gracie sighed. "But you need to get out and meet people socially too. Or take up a hobby. Life can't be all work and no play." Emmaline bristled and speared a piece of bacon with her fork. "I have more in my life than just work." "Oh yeah? Like what?" "Well..." She pursed her lips, searching her memory in an effort to prove her sister wrong. "There's brunch. And I visited Mother last week." Okay, now she was scraping the bottom of the barrel. "A visit to Mother does not count as a hobby." Gracie laughed, her dark curls bouncing as she shook her head. "Do you even know what a hobby is?" "Of course I do," Emmaline said through gritted teeth. As much as she hated to admit it, her sister had a point. A hobby was exactly what she needed to fill her time outside work. While married, her time had revolved around her husband and attending all the events important for his career, hosting his colleagues, and being involved in the charities he deemed appropriate. She'd been so busy at the time that it never dawned on her that she'd failed to cultivate a life for herself, let alone her own identity. She didn't have anything that she was passionate about. She didn't belong to any clubs or groups that weren't tied to her ex. It was quite pathetic, really. The new her was going to be very involved in things. "There are plenty you could do," Gracie went on, gesturing with her hands as she spoke. "You could take up some kind of art, or how about crafting?" Emmaline made a skeptical noise. "You know how clumsy I am. I'm likely to either stab myself or glue my fingers together." "Or what about yoga or running?"